This is the Water Quality Association podcast.
All of these are intended to help those that are either new to the industry or have been doing this for a while and want to sharpen their skills. They want to feel more comfortable in front of their customers. They want to make sure that they're doing right by their customers. And those are the ones that we try to reach with the education. We try to keep them up to date, along with providing just some standard, how do you get started? How does all of this stuff work?
That's Dr. Tanya Lubner talking about the value of WQA education. And welcome to the podcast from the Water Quality Association, the leading voice of the residential, commercial, and industrial water treatment community. I'm Wes Bleed. Find us at WQA.org. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss a show. That's the value of podcasting. We'd also like you to check out our podcasts on YouTube. In this fast-moving and highly technical industry, education is key, and that's what we'll be talking about today. The education and certification resources available from the Water Quality Association. They help to strengthen your expertise, build confidence with your customers, and elevate the standards of our entire industry. We'll hear insights from Dr. Tanya Lubner, the WQA Director of Professional Certification and Training, as well as Membership Director Danny Lysuvikan, as we explore how WQA education helps professionals at every stage. Plus, we'll have our WQA tip: growing your skills and expanding your credibility. It's all coming up on the Water Quality Association podcast. All right, we're talking today about some of the most valuable benefits of WQA membership, and that lies in the area of education and why you, the listener, the viewer, may want to get involved if you are not, or get your team involved for purposes of moving everybody forward in the industry, advancement of the industry, and gaining confidence as you interact with customers. So, joining me are Dr. Tanya Lubner, WQA's Director of Professional Certification and Training, and Danny Lysuvikan, WQA's Membership Director, and together they'll walk us through some exciting new education benefits for WQA members and what it means for the industry. So, Tanya, welcome.
Hello, Wes.
Appreciate it. And Danny, great to have you as a first-time guest on the WQA podcast. Welcome.
Thank you, Wes. Happy to be here.
Tanya, let's start with you in the big picture. How has WQA been helping members with education and training and trying to stay competitive in a very competitive industry?
So one of the best, I think, benefits that WQA offers is education, and we offer it in a wide variety of formats, trying to reach people where they are, make it easier for them to be able to access all of the information. So we have convention, we have information on our website, we have our instructor-led training, we have some standalone self-study courses. So all of these are intended to help those that are either new to the industry or have been doing this for a while and want to sharpen their skills. They want to feel more comfortable in front of their customers. They want to make sure that they're doing right by their customers. And those are the ones that we try to reach with the education. We try to keep them up to date, along with providing just some standard, how do you get started? How does all of this stuff work type of information.
And for listeners and viewers who may not be as familiar with what WQA does and the certification program, how does it fit overall into professional growth and credibility and all of that within the water treatment industry?
You ask anybody who's certified through WQA about what, if they were to sum it up in one word, what does certification mean to them? And they will have several words, actually, because it's so broad and touches so much that it's hard to summarize it in one word. But the one that I hear most often is credibility. And that certification and the training that they go through to earn it, or the experience that they validate by going through the certification exams, all of that is an immediate badge of honor almost that comes across with the certification title. And it's something that they can demonstrate to their customers. We have all over Facebook, we have our certified personnel standing proudly with their certificates when they earn their certification. So credibility is definitely a big part of it. There's also, again, in the process of earning one's certification, there's some studying that goes into it, whether they're doing it on their own or through field experience or through our instructor-led classes. They feel coming out of that experience that they understand what they're saying to their customers. They understand what problems the contaminants cause. They understand how the treatment technologies work and when to use which and when not to use it. So the other word that I hear most often is confidence. They are confident in their knowledge, confident that they can do the right thing for their customer.
I was actually going to say that word myself, thinking that as an installer heading to a home, just about ready to knock on the door, what is that feeling that you have as you're about to interact with the customer? And that confidence certainly is the kind of thing that you'd want to have. And Danny, I would imagine as Director of Membership, it's exciting to see this kind of an offering available to members, is it not?
Yeah, absolutely. And you heard, what Tanya had shared in terms of, education being one of the pillars of WQA's mission. And this is where I'm really excited. We are excited about, in the coming year in terms of all the various things that we're going to be offering to our members. But education is definitely in the very forefront of WQA's mission.
Right. So I'm interested in just kind of getting up to speed, Tanya, and because you mentioned there's so much going on. What are you seeing the most interest in right now? Is there anything that stands out?
From what we're offering right now, we're continuing to see pretty strong interest in the instructor-led classes. This is something that we've been offering for, I think about 3 years now, almost 4 years. And
is it that long? Wow.
Yeah, I know. We had a really strong uptake, and I think people appreciate being able to learn from experienced personnel in the field. They appreciate being able to almost check their skills and make sure that they're not missing anything. What's been actually a little surprising to me is how many people that have 5, 10 years experience in the field have gone through the classes, and then they come out and they tell me, wow, I didn't expect to learn everything that I learned. And the other thing that comes out, unfortunately, is you're only as good as who you learn from. And in certain cases, the people that are teaching the experienced ones in the field are not always teaching quite the right thing because they didn't learn it quite correctly. So the instructor-led classes have been great in building that industry expertise, in helping us to be able to promote our industry personnel to regulators, legislators as the experts in this area.
Do you have a sense, Tanya, about how many new members, or not new members, but newly certified personnel you've been able to train in the past year?
I can't say in the past year specifically, but I would say overall from the existence of the program, we have had, at this point, probably close to 800 people go through the classes. Not everybody goes through the classes for certification, but we've definitely seen our certification numbers come up quite nicely over the last couple of years as a result of the classes. I think the classes have done their job in helping fill that void that we had when we went first to the online modular education program, when it was all mentor-based, and also the void that we had with the textbooks, because one of the reasons we went to the modular program was because we were hearing from people that the textbooks were overwhelming, that they really wish somebody would take them by the hand and walk them through all of the material. And with the instructor-led classes, I think we're finally there.
And if you go to the website, wqa.org/education, you will begin to get a sense of all that is available to you, the member, and or somebody from the outside of the in the industry, but outside of WQA, but wanting to take a look and get involved. And again, Danny, I have to go back to you to think that if somebody is out there and kind of has that hesitation or question in their minds about getting involved either from the education standpoint or the membership standpoint, I would imagine that, again, the two work together very well.
Yeah, absolutely, Wes. I think education and training plays a very vital role in its core to WQA's mission. But for anyone who's out there working in this space, WQA membership, it connects them to a trusted community who share the same passion to advancing water quality. You hear what Tanya mentioned earlier in the beginning of this about, membership and access to all the various resources, which includes not only education, training, but as well as technical tools, the research, and most importantly, membership also provides discounts on education, professional certification, and registration to WQA's kind of two signature events, which is the convention, which is held annually every year, and as well as our mid-year conference.
Okay, so Danny, keeping with you, let's talk about the new opportunity that lies ahead related to education offerings. What can you tell us?
Yeah, absolutely, Wes. So I'm excited. We're excited to announce that starting Q1 of 2026, all members will have access to a menu of WQA online courses, completely free of charge. And members, they can select from a variety of classes that best fit their professional interests. And upon completion, they will also be eligible to receive their CPD credits. So this is new for members. It's our way to investing into our membership as well as into the community for the future.
So is this like a trial course? Or a sampling, if you will? Like I'm at Costco, and I'm getting a sample of what the education offerings are?
Yeah, I think it's a great analogy, Wes. I think it goes a little bit above kind of the sampling, because it is a full, robust course that it's not just a little small sample, but they get the full breadth of the online course upon their selection. But most importantly, this is where they also can obtain, upon completion of the course, they can also obtain their CPD.
Right. I would add that this is a nice supplement to our instructor-led training, because that's a pretty decent commitment in terms of time for the instructor-led training and certification. Not everybody who comes in and looking for training really wants to go quite that in-depth quite so quickly. So with these classes, with these short courses really that we're now offering as a member benefit, what they will do is they will expose the learner to a sampling of the educational content. And it lets them target it a little bit more toward their interests. So one of the classes that we're going to have out there is called RO myths, so reverse osmosis myths, and debunking them. And for someone who's just getting started, and maybe reverse osmosis is one of those treatment technologies that they're focused on, and they're not quite ready to go for certification, but they would just like to learn a little bit more so that they can have more intelligent conversations with their customers about this treatment technology. This is a 1-hour commitment. It's not our full, however many weeks it is for the training. So it gives them, as a member benefit, I think this is fantastic. It gives them a taste. It gives them some information that they really need. and gets them on their way, and also gives them an idea of what they can expect from WQA if they decide to take advantage of other educational offerings.
One more thing, I want to add that to Tanya. So she's right. I think also where I think this new benefit in 2026, I think also with the education for our members, it makes it more accessible and rewarding, right? So this is completely part of their membership benefit. So as you heard from Tanya, these are folks that are either new to the industry or maybe they've been in the industry, but kind of sitting on the sideline because they just haven't got the urge or maybe the little carrot to actually get over that hump to take a course or a training.
Well, and I can imagine there's a little bit of fear involved. You haven't been to college or school for the however many years it's been. Maybe a little reluctance to dive back into some sort of academic program. This gives you a taste of what it's like, right, Tanya?
Exactly. Yep.
Can you give us more of the titles, by the way, of the programs you'll be offering under this new program?
Yeah, we wanted to have a little bit of a variety in the offerings, make sure that we have something for those that are just starting out, as well as those that are a little bit more advanced. And as Danny was saying, maybe they're certified through us, they're looking for continuing education. So we have, as I mentioned, the RO myths. We have a presentation on treatment for silica and tannins, both of which, the silica in particular, for commercial industrial applications, it's a headache. So really excited about that presentation. We have another one that's targeted a little bit more toward the advanced practitioner, and that is softening in high-TDS water. There's always a question, is the softener going to work correctly under those conditions? What can you expect? Another one that we have for, again, someone who's a little newer to the industry is called My Water is Terrible, Fix It. And it's actually something between training and a comedy sketch, given our two presenters. But it's a really great way of understanding how to identify problems, how to track down the cause of the problem, and then start looking at how to address that issue.
All right, all available starting 2026, available online, on demand. Go to the WQA website, WQA.org. And Danny, back to you for a second. Beyond education, give us a big picture sense of the benefits available to anybody in the industry from WQA membership.
Yeah, I'm going to just kind of sum it up in three things, Wes. It's about connections, right? Number one. Number two, we talked in length about credibility, right? And then third is also continuous growth. Being part of the WQA community, specifically for membership, we provide the tools that is needed not only to help businesses grow, but as well as those professions in their field to become more experts, and not only experts, but as well as gain the confidence, right? More confidence in the water quality industry.
Great. Any final thoughts? Look ahead to 2026, Tanya, Danny. What new benefits or experiences might be available to WQA members?
So I will add one more on the education side. I mean, convention aside, that is its own podcast. And we're certainly very excited about how the education program there is shaping up. But one other offering that we're going to have, again, to give people a little bit of a taste of the education, especially those that are new, to help them come up a little bit in particular topics if they're not ready for certification yet, is we're also going to have the instructor-led courses available as individual topics. So we'll have that on a schedule throughout the year. If somebody is just looking to sit through the 2 hours that we have on softeners, then they'll be able to sign up just for that and participate in the instructor-led course for that topic.
Sounds good. Sounds fantastic. And the convention coming up in Miami Beach in April. look for more information on that as well at wqa.org/convention. Well, we want to thank you both for joining us. This has been excellent. It sounds like a fantastic program. So my thanks to Dr. Tanya Lubner, WQA Training and Certification Director, and Danny Lysufikon, WQA's Membership Director. Thanks to you both for sharing your insights and your ongoing work to expand the benefits of WQA membership. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us, Wes.
Thank you, Wes. Great to be here.
And now our WQA tip. Did you know that you can book your hotel room for the upcoming WQA 2026 WQA Convention and Expo in Miami Beach? Now, registration will open at a later date, but hotel booking can be performed online now by going to wqa.org/convention. Convention dates April 28th through the 30th, 2026. Again, it's in Miami Beach, Florida. We look forward to seeing you there. Learn more at wqa.org/convention. Thanks for joining us for the Water Quality Association podcast. Learn more about water and water filtration at our consumer website, betterwatertoday.org. And learn more about professional certification, the Gold Seal Product Certification Program, and how you can become a member at WQA.org.